Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler, and this is Scorpio Oxman Channel. Thanks again for tuning in, guys. And just this past week was another huge celebrity birthday on September the 18th. Jason Sudeikis. He's one of the most, he's one of the most down-to-earth, funny people, not just a celebrity, but he's a real people person, and he was a cast member he's a former Saturday Night Live cast member on a Saturday Night Live or SNL, and he's done all kinds of comedy movies, and like he's a real role model. He's kind of up there with there's a lot of other former Saturday Night Live people that are sort of like him in the way they do comedy, and the way he does his comedy is unique too. And overall, he's a family person. Him and Olivia Wilde, and something I just wanted to mention briefly about regarding the Chinese astrology. So we did a video on Olivia Wilde for back in March, when March the 10th is her birthday. And so something I notice about their Chinese astrology with Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde, all of us have what's called a day sign. Okay, we have our year sign. All of us, like I'm year of the pig, for example, 1983. And so Jason Sudeikis is he's year of the rabbit, 1975. But more importantly, I believe, we all have what's called a day sign, okay? So Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde, both of them were born on a day of rabbit, okay? Day of the rabbit. So the sign of the rabbit, which is the fourth sign of the Chinese zodiac. So Jason Sudeikis was born September the 18th, 1975, which is his birthday. September the 18th, 1975, that was Day of the Rabbit, okay, in Chinese astrology. And Olivia Wilde, March the 10th, 1984, was also Day of the Rabbit. So this is one of the living proofs that birds of a feather flock together. So I believe birds of a feather flock together, and this is, yes, rabbits. The truth is, those who are the same sign in the Chinese astrology, they're actually attracted to one another because they're the same animal, like they're the same kind. That's what it is. The same energy, the same kind. So that, that's definitely something here, I believe, with some relationships that seem to be, they have a real spark to them and life to them. It's not a coincidence. I don't believe it's a coincidence. And that's why astrology is interesting like that, when you know a lot about it. And so, yeah, so Jason Sudeikis, regarding his other astrology, Asterian Astrology. So that's what we're going to be looking at today, as we usually do with the celebrity birthdays. So just a reminder, so I'm going to show his chart right here. Or here's Jason Sudeikis' birth info that I'll show first. So here he is right here on astrocharts.com. Okay, so Jason Sudeikis, September the 18th, 1975, and that is Fairfax, Virginia, United States. Now, there's no birth time of his. I can't find a birth time of his, so it's probably not known. Which is okay, because I could tell you right now, I already know what I could easily tell what his moon sign is, regardless of what time of the day it was, because sometimes you do have that situation, and I'll explain why. Okay, so here is the website. Here is the website, masteringthezodiac.com. So just a reminder again for the viewers and subscribers, Mastering the Zodiac shows the real natural sky in outer space as it really is if we were to see it with our own eyes. Okay, the real deal. This is the real deal as it gets. It's as Athen Chimenti states and says, it looks different from mainstream astrology because the mainstream astrology system, the tropical zodiac, that's based on a man-made system. It's not based on the real natural sky, which is it's not a system really. It's the real natural thing. So the real astrological time periods that we really go through, in actuality, reality. Regarding about, I was gonna explain that. So here, Jason Sudeikis. So here's his info. September the 18th, 1975, Fairfax, Virginia. I have it on midnight, which is basically the beginning of that day. So this is what I wanted to explain. So his moon is right here, which is in Aquarius. Okay. So his real moon is actually Aquarius. It's not Capricorn like the tropical system says. In the true real sidereal system, which is based on the real natural sky, his moon is actually Aquarius, but not just any Aquarius, the star nakshatra of Dhanishta. Okay, Dhanishta nakshatra, also known as Muses in Asterian astrology. Okay, so his moon is right here. So here I have midnight. So his time of day is unknown, but if we were to forward that to maybe close to 24 hours later, that moon is still going to be in Dhanishta. Most likely, it probably just crosses over by the time it gets, see, Dhanishta ends right here where I'm pointing with the cursor. Dhanishta ends right here. So by the next day, or by the end of that day, September the 18th of 75, it's going to be maybe cross over to the next nakshatra, which is Satabhishak. But most 99% sure that his moon, he would have been born during the day anyway, I believe, because he seems to be more like his sun sign, which I'm going to talk about next. So his sun is right here, which is in basically the beginning of Virgo, and that is nakshatra of Purva Phalguni. Okay. So yeah, I just wanted to explain. So regardless of the time of day, his moon is still going to be Dhanishta in either way. Like, but some people, if you don't know their time of day, the nakshatra had changed somewhere during the day. So in that case, knowing the time of day would be important. But in this case, I know that his moon, it's easily Dhanishta. And I'm definitely going to read about the description of Dhanishta moon natives and Dhanishta natives, and it really stands out for the character and personality of Jason Sudeikis as well. So his moon, as we can see here, is in Dhanishta of Aquarius, and his sun is Purva Phalguni, the Virgo side. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you the proof here that those are the real nakshatras of his. And because we don't know his real rising, because we don't know his time of day, to know somebody's rising sign, you definitely have to know the time of day, of course. Okay, so I'm going to show you the outlining on this chart here. So, as we pointed out here, his sun, so you see the cursor right here, okay? So I'm pointing it in the direction. So his sun is located right exactly here, okay? As you can see, that's number 11, which is Purva Phalguni. In Asterian astrology, it's called Bacchus, okay? And here, his moon is located right here, which is number 23 nakshatra, Dhanishta. So here's the proof right here, because as usual, Aries, the constellation of Aries begins right here, where I'm pointing the cursor. If the constellation of Aries begins right here, so does Ashwini nakshatra. It's that simple. So if Ashwini begins right here, then it goes from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way to 23. And there's Dhanishta right there. So that's how you can help. So that's how to find them here on the Mastering the Zodiac chart from masteringthezodiac.com, hosted by Afin Chimenti. Okay, so we're going to go now to the websites. So I'm going to go to AsterianAstrology.com to read off the info about Dhanishta and Purva Phalguni. That is the combination of Jason Sudeikis' moon and his sun. Okay. So here is AsterianAstrology.com, which is hosted and which is hosted and shined a light on by Jade Soluna. Jade Soluna is the author of the book Asterian Astrology, The Lost System of Alexander the Great, Volume 1, an amazing book, which I highly recommend. And so just a reminder for you, Asterian Astrology is the Greek version of Vedic astrology. It is still regarding the 27 nakshatras that circulate the zodiac, only this is the Greek version. So basically all of them have different names because they're their Greek names and not their Hindu names. Okay. So we're going to scroll down here to, we'll read about Jason Sudeikis' sun sign first, which is Purva Phalguni. In Asterian astrology, the Purva Phalguni's Greek name is called Bacchus. Okay, so Bacchus is the Greek name. Okay, so here is the description of those who have a sun in Purva Phalguni or Bacchus. Purva Phalguni indicates someone who is romantic, attractive, sensual, affectionate, sociable, kind, generous, and loyal. That describes Jason Sudeikis to a T. Absolutely. They are good communicators and influencers of others. They are artistic, but there are some shadow sides. This shadow side, it says stuff about, vain and a need to be in relationships and family. But all of the nakshatras, of course, there's a shadow side to all of the stars. But of course, I firmly believe that the bright side of these celebrities in particular, there's a reason they became famous, because their bright side, it shines far more than, it overshadows any of the dark. It definitely does. And you can easily see it, especially with Jason Sudeikis for sure. Okay, and so I wanted to just read a little more because about Bacchus. It says Bacchus is very good with marital life. Bacchus people are blessed with pleasant marital life and children. They enjoy family life as much as they enjoy social life. Natives of this nakshatra are very fond of parties, picnics, and social events. Purva Phalguni people are endowed with robust health and passionate nature. They are also inclined towards fine arts. This nakshatra produces many brilliant artists. So once again, yeah, and again, right now the sun, of course, the other day was September the 18th, which is his birthday, and it is this time of year that the sun is in Purva Phalguni, of course. Okay, so I'm going to read off about his moon sign. So Jason Sudeikis' moon sign, which is Dhanishta, but in Asterian astrology, Dhanishta is referred to as Muses. That's pronounced mus or Muses. Muses is the pronunciation. Okay. So this is Dhanishta, number 23 nakshatra, which is ruled by Mars. And okay, so Dhanishta builds upon the connection of Shravana, or Apollo, and makes them more practical. The natives born in this nakshatra are either inheritors of great wealth or they accumulate it during the course of their lifetime. The symbol of this constellation are of musical instruments. So this implies and proves that they're really into music and musical. So that says something. He's like that too. He would, you know, Jason Sudeikis may not seem very musical, but acting's related to music. And of course they play music all the time on SNL for their comedy bits and stuff. So music is very much a foundation of music is very much a foundation of entertainment of all kinds, whether acting, athletes too, you know, so music is a part of all of it. So pretty obviously too. And accordingly, one can rightly decipher the musical inclination of Muses or Dhanishta. The subjects are natural. Dhanishta are natural leaders as well. This nakshatra also provides many of them with fame, or at least a good reputation. Fame or at least a good reputation. There you go. So those with a sun or moon in Dhanishta or Muses. Dhanishta indicates a person who possesses material wealth and property. They enjoy the idea of recognition and are good leaders. And also, they are musical. As we mentioned, they are musical and good at dancing and like to travel. So that's pretty amazing. So that's, I believe too, because Jason Sudeikis, I believe he would have been born during the day in the sunlight, because one way I see that he doesn't wear glasses. I don't know that he wears glasses or not, but if he doesn't, let's say Jason Sudeikis doesn't need glasses, and most people, I believe people born during the day in the sunlight, when the sun is in power, most of those people would not need glasses because they were born in sunlight. Okay. I was born at nighttime when it's dark. I don't need to have good vision because I'm born in the dark. You know, why would you need to have good vision if you're born at night when it's night? So, and this is what they say too, people born at night, they're more likely going to need glasses when they grow up or at some point in their life, because they were born in the dark. You see, they were born at night. But people born during the day in the sunlight, they're going to have supervision. They're going to have eagle eye vision because they're born in the light. So much for that genetics theory that, oh, some people have a genetic thing with their eyes and they don't see well as others. It's not a genetic thing, guys. It's you're born in the dark or you're born in light. You know, that's what it is. I believe that's what it is. You're born in the dark. If you're born in the dark at night, you're probably going to have poor vision. It's not a genetics thing. I don't believe it's a genetics thing. It's an astrology thing. So, but that's just my opinion. But I believe Jason Sudeikis, he was probably born during the day if he doesn't need glasses. And that would prove that he, there we go. Yeah. That if he doesn't need glasses and has good vision, then most likely that means he was born during the day when the sun was in power. But that's just my opinion, whether it's true or not. But that's definitely that would be an interesting question for sure. So, and yeah, I want to give a shout out to him and Olivia Wilde. And by the way, I'm a huge Raptors fan, and I know a few years back, I want to thank them too for dropping by the All-Star game, which was held in Toronto a few years back. The NBA All-Star game, which was in Toronto in 2016. We saw them there at courtside, and that was nice of them to pop by. And they really made the event a lot brighter. Wherever they go, they make an event bright wherever they go. And when they come to TIFF, when they come by the Toronto International Film Festival as well. Everywhere they go, it's bright because they're bright. So amazing down-to-earth people for sure. So thanks again for joining us today, guys, on the Scorpio Oxman channel. And today was about the birthday and astrology information on Jason Sudeikis, a huge superstar, Hollywood superstar in the world of entertainment, and he's a true role model as well, and he's a perfect image of a father figure and role model for sure. So thanks again, guys. All the best. Thanks again to all my subscribers as well. All the best, and God bless. Thank you again.